So this next poem is a rewrite of the story of Peter Pan, set in modern times, sort of based on stories of my experience, basically, of growing up queer in girls' schools, as well as having sex and taking drugs in Essex, on the outskirts of London. Wendy has a secret. There's this kid who comes to her room every night. She's not really sure if it's a boy or a girl. The kid says I'm both, but maybe I'm neither. Climbs through her window and calls himself Peter. Wendy found them hunting mushrooms in the woods by her place. Told them she liked their homemade green outfit. They started talking about trees and the life cycles of rabbits. Wendy took them back to her house to show them their kitten. Let them crash on the floor the night they said their stepfather hit them. Peter changes hair color each week to brighter and brighter shades of magenta. Speaks to birds and horses and moths and small children. And whatever the hell other things manic pixie dream people do in the movies, like walk across railings without falling over. They climb a 2-story wall to Wendy's roof, jump off a ledge and land on their feet every night. One might have said they had the power of flight. They tell Wendy stories of pirates and marine crocodiles, volcanoes and palm trees buried treasure, and dragons claim they fought giant lizards and can take Wendy to see them. And this was how they stole Wendy's heart and slipped 2 fingers in, and then took Wendy's hand and slipped half a tab in. The potion soared through her arteries, etched new words were never across her brain, lit fireworks behind her eyes, set off explosions in her veins, and as she felt her feet lift off the carpet, she got the strange feeling that she'd never see the stars the same way again. They flew to places where we had only ever seen, and fairy tale cartoons and the National Geographic soared over cities and laughed at the traffic, fought dragons, slayed pirates, and rode giant fish, and then some nice guy sailor called them both kids. Peter said, "Have you learnt nothing here? Age is a social construct, you son of a bitch." Then Peter looked at Wendy in the eye and said, "Let's make a pact now that we will never grow up." The adventures continued for 2 to 3 months, or maybe it was years or decades or 3.5 minutes, and Peter and Wendy, safe in the knowledge of how all time was relative, plotted who they would be in the next century and quarter, a revolutionary, a war journalist, a popular dictator. Then one night, Peter got caught climbing into the house, got arrested on charges of attempted burglary and criminal damage, and that's before they found the magical vial in their pocket. Age might be a construct, but no one heard Wendy's protests. She wasn't the one paying the family mortgage. They found Peter's girl name on the police records, history of shoplifting, of antisocial behavior. The judge mentioned corrupting nice innocent, of taking advantage, prescribed prison, and no contact with Wendy for over a year. So Peter did the time, got therapy, moved cities, got clean, found God, grew her hair out, dyed its back to its natural color, got a job and a boyfriend, and turned 23. Put on a dress, put a picture on Instagram, and learned to drink wine. Wendy found Peter's wedding pictures on Facebook last month to this straight guy she met in the church she had joined. Wendy wrote her a message she knew she never would send. Figured all lost boys must find themselves in the end. Figures flying girls get too heavy to float at some point. That man on the TV said something about their hips making them less aerodynamic. Said flying girls are alright, but fully grown airborne women just look pathetic. Wendy is on her 3rd OkCupid date this month with a scruffy girl who says she likes tattoos and Hunter S. Thompson. Wendy is on her 4th and last time home from far, far away. Figures she should probably finish that novel this year, pay off that loan for that unemployable master's, but won't forget how she swore once she would never grow up. She won't look up the meaning of settling down, but she does know the meaning of never say never. She's heard a rumor the grown-up world has no space for fat, single 30-something sword-fighting schoolgirls. So Wendy slips this new girl a half-tab on a bus to the woods near her old house, whispers something about flying into the girl's triple-pierced ear. Wendy knows Peter's legacy is also a curse, so prays to herself for this time to be different, by which she means nearly as good as the first. Thank you.